JSB Talks Digital.
Hello and welcome to JSB Talks Digital, the podcast for marketers, digital transformation champions, and those of you taking your skills into the digital age. I'm Joanne Sweeney-Burke and this podcast is brought to you by Digital Training Institute. This episode is definitely a conversation starter. I'm discussing why YouTube is crushing Facebook when it comes to video. Coming up in today's show, in social media news, shopping comes to Instagram, Facebook releases Messenger 2.2, and big changes coming to Snapchat. I meet up with YouTube influencer and JSB icon Amy Schmittauer Landino in London for an exclusive interview. Eoghan asks JSB, in Shoutouts, 3 new marketing shows on YouTube worth subscribing to. In JSB's column, YouTube and Facebook competing for social share, but 2 completely different platforms. And find out what Twitter marketing tool saved my working week.
Social media news.
Shopping is coming to Instagram. This is probably the news Instagrammers have been waiting for. Instagram has enlisted the help of 20 US-based retail brands, including Kate Spade, Jack Threads, and Warby Parker, to test the new experience. The retailers will share posts that have more depth, making it easier for Instagrammers to review, learn about, and consider the items that interest them. Each post will have a tap to view icon at the bottom left of a photo. When tapped, a tag will appear on various products in the post, showcasing up to 5 products and their prices. Once a tag is selected, a new detailed view of the product will open. This functionality will bring important product information to the consumer earlier in the journey, all without having to leave the Instagram app to search. Then, if the consumer taps the Shop Now link from the product details view, they'll go directly to that product on the business's website, making it easier for them to buy the product they want. Read more on shopping on Instagram on the blog post associated with this podcast. Facebook has released Messenger 2.2 with new customer chat and improved engagement tools. The release of the customer chat plugin, however, is in closed beta. With customer chat plugin, people can chat with businesses on their websites and in Messenger, so across web, mobile, or tablet, and then transition back and forth seamlessly without losing the conversation's history and context. This makes it easier for customers to continue the conversation with a business whenever and wherever it's most convenient for them. Beta partners launching this week include Adore Me, Air France, Argos, Aviva, and KLM. You can apply to Messenger's waitlist to be notified when the customer chat plugin becomes more widely available. There are big design changes coming to Snapchat. In an earnings letter to Snap investors, CEO Evan Spiegel revealed that Snapchat is working on a significant overhaul of the app. He says, "One thing we have learned over the years is that Snapchat is difficult to understand or hard to use, and our team has been working on responding to this feedback." So he confirmed that a redesigned, easier-to-use Snapchat is coming. Spiegel also admitted his company mistakenly neglected building for Android and supporting creators. Snap say they will also begin paying creators and building more products for them. This change comes after many creators have posted less on Snapchat and have found success with Instagram stories.
Interview.
In today's show, I interview one of my social influencer icons on a recent trip to London. Author of Vlog Like a Boss, How to Kill It Online with Video Blogging, author of Vlog Like a Boss, How to Kill It Online with Video Blogging, Amy Schmittauer Landino is the host of Savvy Sexy Social, a YouTube series dedicated to helping you go after the life you want. This lifestyle channel has amassed a community from over 179 countries, contributing to more than 3 million views. I caught up with Amy last week at Chris Ducker's Youpreneur Summit in London, where she was a keynote speaker.
JSB Talks Digital.
So I'm joined on JSB Talks Digital today by Amy Schmittauer Landino.
Oh, yeah, that's my whole name.
In my best
so
Irish
accent. I love it.
So
Thanks for having me.
congratulations on your marriage to Vincenzo.
Thank you.
How is married life?
It's great. We keep very busy, so we're traveling. We're trying to have a good time. We're eventually going to take a honeymoon, hopefully in the very near future. But it's been really nice. We're very, very blessed.
So you're also recently a first-time author, and I have to say I got this as a Christmas gift from my husband because I was really trying to vlog like a boss, and I thought that your book would inspire me. So what feedback have you had? Have you had some really good feedback from it?
I have. It's actually really fascinating coming from a place of I make videos. And first of all, it was very difficult for me to hear people wanted me to write a book. And I'm like, you guys, I make free videos. Go watch all my videos. But who am I to decide the medium? I got really lucky with video that it is doing as well as it is. And it's my preferred content strategy. But at the same time, being able to reach people in a new way has been really great. And I can't believe the feedback I've gotten on my book. I'm being really honest because a lot of people in this industry will say, books are, they're a thing of the past. They're important for credibility. Nobody's going to buy them, much less read them. But the number of people that have read my book and have given me such good feedback, I feel truly lucky. And I think that just comes from a place of wanting to deliver as much information as humanly possible. And that's what I did.
So let's talk about the power of YouTube. So I do some work with Google and, they recently said that, YouTube came about because brands, organizations, and public figures were not answering the questions that ordinary people wanted. And then we have YouTubers who step front of screen, very honest, very authentic, putting themselves out there with the one objective of helping a person, and then obviously they grow a community. Is that how you started?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the really cool thing about YouTube. When I discovered it, I saw all this information that I've never seen anywhere else. And everything from how to apply makeup to how to build a business to just how to cook something. It's so incredible, the number of resources. So you just open yourself up as a creator to so much when you leverage YouTube. And then Google sees this as a huge opportunity. That's why they are as successful as they are. That's how I started. I focused on Charlotte. That's my avatar. And I made everything for her. And because I did that, I've been able to affect the many. And it's very, very exciting because now the people in my community, even if they aren't truly who I've defined Charlotte to be, they still feel like I've helped them. They still feel like I made it for them. And that's the power of YouTube because you get all of this opportunity with both audio and visual in video. That's a connection you can only get in person a lot of the time. And podcasting is so big, right? Because we're sitting in people's earbuds and we're talking to them. But it's really cool when you can make that full human connection with video.
Let's talk about the scalability of video. You are now an author, speaker, and you've obviously been able to convert those videos into a much larger business.
Sure. I mean, here's the thing where people get confused, though. They think that just because you've grown a huge community in some certain area that you must be making all of your money there. The smart people just understand when they have a platform that they can spin that off into a lot of different things. And when you own a business, you should not have one revenue model. You should have a few diversified options. Because if you do that, you're really talking about basically working for the man. The man just happens to be one revenue model. So diversifying is really important. The videos have given me the ability to build a brand that has the awareness to be able to say, I want to make money speaking. I want to make money from books. I want to make money from coaching. I want to make money from affiliate, you name it. And because of that brand awareness, I can kind of fuel attention to each of those places as I need to in the strategy that I need to. So yeah, the scalability of it is really interesting because you're still putting a ton of work into something that is maybe not cutting the paycheck directly, but certainly fueling every other way that you've built into your business to generate revenue.
Now let's talk about the two Goliaths of video marketing, YouTube and Facebook, and they are stepping into this space and they want some of the party, yeah? And you spoke about that yesterday when you spoke on stage at Upreneur Summit here in London, where we're both attending.
Yes.
They're both very different platforms, aren't they?
They're so different. And this is the mistake people are making it because video is difficult. Video is not just write up a blog post and you're done. I would argue that blogging is difficult in its own right because I don't do it. I make video because that's more natural to me. But it is still resource-wise, time-wise, planning-wise, makeup-wise, all the things, right, we have to think about with video. It takes up a lot of time. So somebody makes it one. They make a video, they vlog, and they want to post it everywhere possible. Let's post it on Twitter. Let's post it on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, now anywhere. Let's get the most traction possible out of this video. But the reality is Facebook is a very different environment than YouTube from a viewership perspective. When someone goes to YouTube, they click on a video and they click into it. They watch it, video and audio. Facebook, video just sort of happens to you. It starts playing in front of you and you kind of decide, do I want to be a part of this experience or not? And so because of that, you have to take the context into consideration. It's massive. If your video was customized for YouTube, it may not be a great option for Facebook. If you haven't made it something that people will want to click into as it's playing, versus YouTube, you just need a great title and a photo. I mean, it's just different. It's completely different. So the mistake people are making is let's just upload it everywhere. Then you're spreading yourself across. You're mediocre at best in all of those places because you didn't customize the experience for each audience and you get barely any traction on a video. Or you make it perfect for YouTube, you make it perfect for Facebook, and you invest the time in each of those places separately, promote it the way it needs to be promoted, and get the traction. That's the mistake people are making, not looking at the context of these networks and saying, I need to make something that's going to work here specifically. It will be different over there.
So YouTube is a hugely successful platform, but it's also taking the search audience away from Google. I have an 8-year-old son, Bobby, who's audited my YouTube channel. He's very disgusted that I only have 102 subs on it. So I think I'm going to bring him into the business and
go to work.
Yeah, and get to work. Because look at Bobby, and he's 8, and the younger demographic, they're migrating there for everything, their information, their entertainment, their news, their how-to. Can businesses ignore YouTube anymore?
They can't. Here's the thing. It's the second largest search engine in the world. Until Google starts to fail, hello? Absolutely not. I personally think Facebook is not great for video from a search perspective. When YouTube and Google have that locked up, they've got the game. Yahoo can't do anything to rock that boat. I mean, you just know that that's going to be the place to be for discoverability. Now, shareability, Facebook is incredible. We've been building relationships with people liking baby photos and doing all the things. So when I share a video to my friends, they're likely to watch it because they trust my judgment. On YouTube, it's different because the discoverability is very much how to search, recommended, based on your search, your viewing activity. What does that look like? So no, it's super, super important. Google is not going anywhere. YouTube is not going anywhere. It's just offering a diversified landscape of video when Facebook and LinkedIn and all these places are coming into the mix and offering a different area of viewership. But YouTube's not going anywhere. I mean, the increase in viewership is massive.
So let's talk about pre and post video production and publication. So the keyword research is really important, and then optimizing the video once you have it produced. So it's not just about going front of screen.
That's right.
And batch producing. There's so much more involved.
That's right. Well, because you can make a video, but like I said, if somebody doesn't click into it, they're never going to experience it. And YouTube can't watch your video for you and tell you what your video is about. Nobody wants that. We want to tell YouTube what our video is about. So doing that keyword research, both just from yes, this is what it is, and you will know when you're clicking on it, you're getting what you asked for, and from a rankings perspective, how can we make sure we're showing up in the right search and recommended activity for the right keyword? It's great. But the lovely thing about YouTube is that search engine optimization sounds like such a scary thing, but on YouTube, it's very simple. You need a title, you need a description, and you need tags. And if you have consistent keywords in each of those areas, your video is going to do well by ranking itself in that area. You need momentum in order to elevate it, meaning get some views in the first couple of days of that upload or that publish. But as long as that metadata is there to tell people what it's about so it can continue to escalate, you're in good shape. I mean, if you simply have those basics, you can get on the front page of YouTube search fairly easily. And if it does very well there, you could be the front page of Google search because Google wants to have video options of their search options as well. So it's a really, really powerful place, but you have to be specific about what is this video about, who is it for, and how do you articulate that in the metadata.
So JSB wants to vlog like a boss.
Yes.
You spoke about the 3 H's in terms of a content strategy. Tell my listeners about that.
Absolutely. Hub, Hero, Help. These are the 3 major sort of departments that your videos should land in every time you upload. Hub is very much bringing your subscribers back, keeping them happy. 60% of the time, you will be creating Hub content. You'll be making them happy with why they subscribe to you and what more you can provide them. Hero is meant for more brand awareness. You're going to go a little bit bigger, a little bit wider to reach a bigger audience. Think the Super Bowl commercial for a brand on an annual basis. It's a much more extensive piece of content that's going to get you more attention. Help is Q&A. SEO at its very, very basic. Some channels will ride on the Hub and Help a lot. Mine is a very helpful channel overall. So they tend to be in those 2 departments, but Hero is only going to be 10% of the time, and Help you should keep right around the 30% area, and answer questions and engage the audience and show their faces and say, my community asked me this and I'm going to answer it because I show up, I am a thought leader. If you cover your bases in each of those 3, you have a very sustainable content strategy on YouTube and probably a lot of other places as well.
So I want to ask you, as the video goddess, what are your predictions for video in 2018?
Oh, man. I mean, again, it'll be the year of video. It's been the year of video since I can remember in 2007 because it's only becoming more and more and more relevant. We're looking at right now 30% of all online activity is video viewership. And so that's only going to grow, and that's only going to grow. And so the future of video is simply, I mean, I look at the UK, which is where we are right now, and it still seems like they're a little behind the curve on video because there's some vulnerability and there's some egocentrism, that there's fear of that and not using video because of that. And so we're only going to see people here go, no, my message is too important. We are just going to have to use video because that is where the eyeballs are. Follow the eyeballs. If you want attention, stop fighting it and writing the blog post nobody's reading on your website. Maybe you got to take it elsewhere to get people back there, but definitely be making video. We're just going to see it happen. It's going to become noisier. I mean, really, that's the bottom line. So be specific about who you're talking to and use video, because although it is noisy, the person you're doing this for will find it and they will love what you're doing. They will follow your brand and you will grow.
So Amy, finally, we've all got to follow you, okay? It's simple, it's smart, it's consistent, there ain't any BS. Where should people follow you to get the best advice?
Absolutely. So you can always go to my YouTube channel, which if you just type in your browser amy.video, it'll take you straight to that YouTube channel. Very simple to remember. I love to use that on the podcast because I know a lot of people are listening and they're not able to type. But details more about me speaking, the book, coaching is at savvysexysocial.com.
And what can we expect from you in 2018? Any new projects that you want to tell me about?
Nothing new, but only amplification of what I've been doing and much more focus on that. I travel all over the world and speak to entrepreneurs who want to leverage video for their personal brand. And we educate about that at vlogbossuniversity.com. So much more to come from vlogbossuniversity.com in 2018.
Okay, my last question. Have you been to Ireland yet?
I have. I was there last year. I was speaking in Scotland last year, so my girlfriend and I, we stopped in Ireland first. Me and my best friend, we hung out in Dublin for about 48 hours, so that was fun. But I have to go back, and my husband is dying to go because, you know, movies get filmed there, and it's kind of fun to go check.
Okay, well, JSB Talks Digital will sort out a speaking gig for you in Ireland in 2018.
You get it. Get it on the books.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Shoutouts.
In this part of the show, I give shoutouts to individuals, organizations, or brands that are remarkable online and worth talking about. In this week's show, I'm giving shoutouts to 3 new marketing shows on YouTube. As people's expectations for high quality content goes up, more and more creators are moving towards creating shows. So I'm sharing 3 new marketing shows that I have subscribed to.
1.
The journey follows Michael Stelzner, founder of Social Media Examiner, as he continues to pursue what many will see as an impossible goal: to grow his company's customer base by more than 62% year over year. It's an episodic series of 8-minute-long video shows. Watch as he inspires and mobilizes his marketing team to take action. Subscribe and watch The Journey on YouTube.
2.
The Andrew and Pete Show combine all the fun and games of a radio show whilst interviewing some of the most inspiring and knowledgeable marketers and entrepreneurs on the planet. If you run or own your own business, or if you are in charge of marketing at your company, then this show is for you. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll learn lots. You can watch the first 10 episodes of the show on their YouTube channel.
3.
The JSB Talks social show. It's new and it's coming soon. I'm currently developing the show concept, styling, production process, and promotion strategy. I've been thinking about launching a regular video show for some time now. A live show on Facebook, for example, just wouldn't work for me with my erratic schedule. I'm never in the same place on the same day on any consecutive week. And consistency is vital for content engagement, so I knew I'd have to think of something else. So, what can I tell you about the JSB Talks social show? It's going to be produced for YouTube, but it will also be shared on Facebook. Each show will last in the region of 4 to 5 minutes and will be released weekly. My objectives for the show are to leverage the power of video for increased profiling to my own target audience, to showcase my unique personality on screen, and to gain authority by commenting and sharing my opinion on the social media news stories and the social media influencers of the week. Here are some of my early ideas of what the show might look like in terms of a programming schedule. Status update of the week. Who's making social media waves? It was an epic social fail, Howl of the week, and the viral viewpoint. So what do you think of my idea for the JSB Talks social show? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Ask JSB.
In this part of the show, I bring the voices of my listeners onto the podcast. Don't forget, if you have a burning social media or digital marketing question, simply click on digitaltraininginstitute.ie/askjsb and leave me a voicemail.
Hi Joanne, Owen Murphy here from the Galway Gamer on Flood FM 101.3. Over the years, I've done a lot of video content for YouTube, long-form video content. Now, you said time and time again that video is the most predominant form of social media at the moment, the most powerful thing on social media. So I was wondering, is there still a market for YouTube, or will there be a time when Facebook Live and Facebook videos kill off YouTube?
Hey Owen, thanks for your question. And you know what? That's a question that lots of people are pondering right now as Facebook tries to dominate YouTube when it comes to video. So the simple answer to your question is no. Facebook is not going to kill YouTube. In my view, Facebook and YouTube are two completely different platforms. You've got to decide, what are the objectives of your video content? Who do you want to reach? Why do you want to reach them? If you want searchability and discovery on the search engines, on YouTube and on Google, then YouTube is the place that you need to be. Let me tell you a story about YouTube, and let me tell you why, because of its existence, why it's not going to go away. YouTube was born because brands, public agencies, and other organizations failed to answer the questions that the public wanted. So when people went to Google to put in a search, how do I make a pancake? The answer was there on YouTube. Bloggers, vloggers, and YouTubers actually created the content that didn't exist. Long-form content has a shelf life, for now and in my view, forever. So continue with YouTube, use Facebook to promote, edit your long-form content down into smaller bite size, and make sure that you commit to your content.
JSB's column.
In today's column, I'm sharing my views on why YouTube shouldn't be ignored in the face of a battle from Facebook. While they are both competing for social share of voice, we must understand in the first instance that they are two completely different platforms. First, let's establish the difference. A video view on YouTube is 30 seconds, while on Facebook it's just 3 seconds. YouTube has, on average, 17 million views per video. Facebook has 24 million. The average length of a YouTube video is 7 minutes, while on Facebook it's 1 minute and 28 seconds. There are so many benefits to YouTube. For me, the biggest one is discovery on the search engines. Google owns YouTube. Google is the biggest search engine in the world, and YouTube the second. While YouTube takes you longer to build an audience, I believe that the long-term gains in views will pay off. And then finally, more professional videos are shared on YouTube, so if you want to position yourself as an expert, it's certainly a channel of choice. So when it comes to Facebook for video, it will help you get discovered on the newsfeed within the Facebook app or on desktop. It will drive quick views and engagement. In terms of video quality and production, right up to now, it has attracted more amateur video. But of course, Facebook wants to change this with new partnerships with content creators and also with the media. Let's talk about engagement rates. So on YouTube, it's 0.65%, while on Facebook, it's 3%. Average shares on YouTube come in at 55,000, while on Facebook, it's 622,000. But don't let this lead you astray. You've got to go back to the objectives of your video content. When it comes to mobile, YouTube videos on mobile are 50%, while on Facebook, it's 65%. And finally, let me remind you why you should use either YouTube or Facebook. If you're looking for branding and interested in building your new brand quickly, then I suggest using Facebook. If you're looking for a great revenue share, looking to improve SEO and to access a broader, more engaged audience, and also to build that audience over time, I recommend that you use YouTube. If you need a video marketing strategy, then get in touch. Simply email JSB to Joanne@digitaltraining.ie.
Social media tool of the week.
The social media tool that saved my working week this week is a new Chrome extension that keeps your tweets at 140 characters. There's so much debate going on about whether Twitter's decision to double its character limit from 140 to 280 is a good thing. If, like me, you prefer life in 140 characters, there's a handy little browser extension to satisfy all your tweet needs. It's called 140 and it's made by Slate. It not only shortens long tweets to 140 characters on Twitter's desktop site, but it also prevents you from posting tweets longer than the original limit. You can get the Chrome extension at the link on the blog post associated with this podcast. Thanks for tuning into JSB Talks Digital. As always, I have everything discussed on today's show on my award-winning blog, digitaltraining.ie. Be sure to subscribe to JSB Talks Digital on iTunes, Stitcher or SoundCloud, and we're now also listed on Libsyn, the podcast network. I've started to plan my Christmas series of shows, and I'd love to know what you would like to hear or who you would like to hear from. So let me know your thoughts on social. Tweet me to a Tweets by JSB, post a comment on our Facebook page at Digital Training Institute. You can also snap me to JSB Snaps, or why not send me a message on Instagram to JSB Grams. I'm Joanne Sweeney Burke. This is JSB Talks Digital. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.
JSB Talks Digital.